Hello and welcome back to Mechanical Mastery. In this episode, we're going to be going for a full base overhaul. So that's going to be including a whole new, I guess, factory for us to work in, since this is kind of the way this pack has been going. It's been more of a factory feel. So to help us along with that, we're going to make some tools, just to start off with on the bat. And we're going to start with a magnet. It's going to help us as we take everything down to make sure that we don't lose any of our items. So we will grab an ender pearl. We should be able to make that. Stone should be in here. It is. And we'll grab an ender pearl, and we should be able to make a magnet. This variation should be fine for right now. So you shift right click to turn it on, and it will pick up items about 5 blocks away. So we should be able to throw this in a babble slot here. Maybe in our charm slot, it let me. Yeah, it will. So you throw that in the charm slot, and then you don't have to worry about it. It's always on, so anything you break should instantly come into your inventory, which is great. Some other things we're going to be looking at today is the different types of workbenches. So the Tinker's workbench, and the Glassblower's workbench, the Carpenter's workbench, and the Mason's workbench. Let's just make one of these for right now. It helps us make different blocks, so we should be able to take some of this black stone here and throw it into the Mason's workbench and make all different chipped types of blocks, so we can change all these real quickly. And it's just a good tool to have as opposed to the original chisel that we were using. And the final thing, probably the most impactful thing, is creative flight. We're going to be working to get our Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. I can never say that right. So ProjectE. And it's going to be one of these rings over here. So the Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. If you hit A on this, it will add it over to your bookmark. And to make this, we're going to need an iron band. So I think we can make that right off the bat. I think I have some lava in there. I do not. It's easy enough to get, though. If you use netherrack, actually, in this magma crucible, you'll get more as opposed to cobblestone. So we'll just throw a bit of that in there for now. And that will get us quite a bit of lava right off the bat. So we're just going to need a bucket. And, oops. I just lost it. Oh no, I got it. I was going to say I just lost that bucket. We'll throw that in there. This will make our iron band. And then we're going to need some feathers. That shouldn't be too hard to get because we got chicken eggs. We got 3 of them. So we're definitely going to want to keep these guys somewhere captive. So let's just get some fence. Which I have some dark oak over here. And I guess we'll throw them up here for right now. Give them a little area over here. That way they can't get out. And we will breed these guys with some wheat just so we don't run out of chickens. Wow, let me tell you, that did take quite a while. But I did get the feathers I need. So we should be able to make the final component for this. So we're going to be getting into dark matter. To get into dark matter, we're going to need to go through the tiers of fuel within ProjectE. So we're going to have to go all the way through from the alchemical coal and upward. So luckily, all these do have EMC, so we just need one of each, and we can learn it, and then pull out 8 for each time, and go up each tier. So we'll do that, throw these back in here, and we'll grab out 4 of these, and we can learn this one, and we can grab out 4 of these, and This is project expansion, so you can go higher up and it will gain more EMC value. But for right now, we just need the Eternalis fuel. To make dark matter, we're gonna need 8 of them and a block of diamond. So we're gonna need 2 of these. We're gonna need to make more diamond. That shouldn't be a problem. 5 of those should do. Throw those in there, and our magnet was actually picking those up. And we'll make our other block, and we'll just grab out our fuel here. Need about 20 of them. And we will make dark matter. Actually, we can actually EMC this, so we can just grab this fuel back out and throw that back in there. And dark matter has EMC, so we're gonna need 4 of them. And that will get us everything we need to make this Swift Wolf Rending Gale. This does not work just on its own. It will consume any item that has EMC. So if I activate this, I don't think I can with the cobblestone, but if I grab, let's say, glowstone, I can now create a flight, and you'll see it is consuming that EMC value, and it's consuming the glowstone. So throw that back in there. One way we can get around this is by making a Kleinstar ring, or Kleinstar Ein. This is a kind of like a storage for EMC. So we'll grab out some of these Mobius fuels, and we'll throw them together with the diamond to get 1 Kleinstar. And you could see there it does say EMC batteries. That's because we could put this on this side of the table, and it will hold 50,000 EMC. And you can tier these up by combining them together, and they go up pretty high. And you can use them to make different types of gear and stuff like that. We'll be getting into the gem armor a little bit down the road once we have a bit more EMC. But the Kleinstar, we should be able to put, there's usually a Kleinstar spot, and there is. So put that in the Kleinstar spot, and we can now have creative flight. So this will make our destruction of this whole platform and everything a lot easier, because I don't have to worry much about flight and everything like that. So I'm just going to be tearing down pretty much everything. So I have been busy. As you can see, I started our new factory here. I'm going with this kind of color scheme here, darker and gray with the orange acacia wood, actually, to kind of give it a splash of color. I plan on putting our refined storage system directly here in the center. It'll be the center point of our room, and we're going to automate all around us on the walls here and on these 2 platforms to start off with, and we will expand either outwards or upwards depending on what needs to be expanded upon. So I think first things first is getting us some more tools to make this portion of making it a bit prettier easier. So we're going to look at the building gadgets. And for right now, we're really just going to need the exchanging gadget. And we're going to probably want the regular building gadget. We'll have to grab some diamonds again. Why this is getting crushed, we will need to look at a way to charge this. So let's throw this in here and make our... not the exchanging gadget, building gadget. There we go, building gadget. And we're gonna need to look at a charger. I believe we can use a workbench. Tinker's workbench should give us what we need to charge this up. Let's see. As long as it has some power. Which I do have 1 dynamo. basically just putting our system online right now. We'll truck this down right here, and we can put it to charge and fill mode, and we can fill our tools with the power we are generating. So this tool is kind of cool. So if you have a block in your inventory, so say we wanted to put this acacia wood down, we can select it and we can change any log we're looking at into this acacia log, and we could do the same to put it back. So it definitely is helpful when trying to make your builds a little bit different. So we can exchange all this for the dirt and make it real simple without having to break it and replace it each time. The building gadget does something very similar. We can charge this up a little bit, and we can actually, I believe by hitting, let's check the keybind. So if you go here to keybinds and go to category and do building gadgets, we can look at what the settings menu is. It's currently G. I like to make it delete. I'm not sure what that's going to conflict with. So I have to pick something else. Controls, keybinds, building gadgets. Let's do Shift G. That's already something too. Wow. So sorting through a bunch of conflicts later. I have it set to Control C, and we can use our menu here now. So you can increase the range, and we can decrease the range. You can set anchors, and we can select a block, but you do need to have this in your inventory. So if we select this, we have it set currently. We look to build to me. There's a few different types we could do. So it will build to me as long as I have enough blocks. And we set it to horizontal wall. It will make us walls, and so on and so forth. Just some cool little nifty tools to help you along your building journey here. Alrighty, with a bit more cleaning up and a bit more time here, we are all set. Our new base is well on the way. It's looking pretty good so far. I do need to fill in the rest of that over there. But I wanted to make sure we got back up and running on power. So I think we're going to upgrade our power from using coal to using lava. So we're going to use magmatic dynamos. So I'm going to make up a bunch of these, and we're going to be placing them, I think, like 2 stacks over here. So we'll have stacks on either side, and that's going to be like our main source of power throughout the whole base. Alrighty, so I made myself up some magmatic dynamos. I made 8 for either side for right now. We can either easily scale this back up if we want to add more on top. I added some magma crucibles on either side, so that way we can generate the magma or lava for these magmatic dynamos. So we're going to need some mechanical pipes. So let's just look at it this way. Mechanical. So we're going to want basic mechanical pipes. We're going to need some buckets. I'll make 5 for right now. That should get us 40 of those. We already have 8. That should be good. So we'll have it output from one side and distribute to all of these. We could do the same for this side. We're going to want to make sure we configure this. So we'll do the configuration, output on either side. Input we're going to leave as the bottom. We're going to put auto enabled, auto input enabled, auto output enabled. And we're going to actually go down here. And we're going to put an EMC link here. So we're going to need a logistical pipe and an EMC link. Logistical pipes and EMC links. There we go. We're also going to want to grab another rack out of here because if you remember, it does give us the best rate here. We'll go down over here and we'll set this up. So that's a logistical transporter. We'll put the EMC link on there, and we're going to need the configurator. So we should be able to stand up over here. Set that to pull. And we will set netherrack. That should bring that into there and should work very well. And then we're going to want to make sure we have the cables running from these from the middle here. So we will use the basic energy cables for right now, and we will pop these in the middle to make sure that stays powered. And we should be able to set the same thing up on the other side. Let's just throw some stuff in here to make it look nice for right now. And I actually think I want to put this up like this just to make it match. And yeah, that looks pretty good. That's kind of what I was going for. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. We'll put the mechanical pipes in. We'll make sure this is accepting from the bottom, outputting from either side. Auto for both. And we'll get our power cables in. And we will go underneath to set the EMC link. So basic mechanical pipe and EMC link. Actually, it's supposed to be a logistical transporter. These take a while to break with a pickaxe and when you're flying. So we'll grab our logistical transporter. That still not a transporter. Put a logistical transporter there and put that on there. Select it as netherrack and make sure we set the pipe to pull. I'm actually going to clear that. So you can cycle through all these colors actually, and there'll be none. And we will put in our blocks again. And this should start up. It may need a kickstart of power. I'll have to bring the cable over here just to kickstart it real quick. So we'll run a cable over. And that should kickstart this. And we should actually be able to just instantly disconnect it because it should be able to run on its own. Just go grab this from this side. And mainline the rest of that. Get this guy up. And this is kind of what I was going for. I think we could put some slabs on top. I think I just need regular blackstone. And do the same for this side. So I've been trying to come up with like a clever solution to our EMC gains, our loops that we were performing before out on the other side. We need to recreate these to start getting our EMC back up and running. We haven't used too much of it, but it's going to start to dwindle the more that I expand this space here. So what I did was I made a slight change to these. I have the magma crucible moved over. That way I can run the power cable underneath our base. And that should allow me to get the power over to this side over here. I've put together what I think is the easiest solution to the first mechanical essence that we're going to be making here. So what we're going to need to do is put copper, bauxite, and iron into all of these. And then we're going to need to configure each one of these machines. So the left will be auto input. And auto eject, and there we go. That'll be eject, that would be insert, and make sure you just put auto for each, and same goes for this one. So those should push into here once we have this set to input and the left set to output, and we will do the same for the auto on both of them. And those will get the copper rods into the storage drawers. Same will go for this one. And same will go for this one. And these should be enabled. There we go. So everything's enabled there, and we should start to see these start to pull up inside of the drawer here once they get 4 each. And then the storage controller is what the sequential fabricator is going to be taking from. So if we get our recipe in for the basic mechanical essence, which is up here, and it's going to be iron gears and copper rods. So let's get gear, the aluminum gear, the iron gear, and the copper rod for the recipe here. We'll save that in there. It will pull from the bottom and it will eject to the top, as you can see, like that. And once this machine can accept from the top bottom, and I guess we'll eject to the right or left, and we'll do auto input enabled. So this should, as long as I have the output there, put it into there, and we should be able to put down an EMC link. I actually may put that on top just to make it look nice. Oops. EMC link. And we will actually put this to the top of the output. Right here. And that should complete our loop as long as auto output's enabled. Should have everything good to go. This is the input. Does not look like it is ejecting this into there for some reason. Let me try to just replace it first. Maybe we have to set this. See if that goes now. Yep. So now they're going in. So we are now effectively gaining our ENC back, which is very good. So this is our first setup here, but I think we're going to still run into the issue where copper rods are going super quick. So I got myself some more redstone furnaces. So we'll put one down for each, and we will put down a multi-servo press. We'll grab some more EMC links. And we will grab some more drawers. We are going to need to make one more. I'll just make 2 of them. And we have to throw these onto here. And we're just going to do the same thing. Because we should have the dies we need. We might have to make one more gear. Nope, we do. We do have the dies we need. We'll put the 2 gear working dies in these multi-servo presses, and this should help us keep up with the bauxite and the iron. So we'll put the iron on top, the bauxite there, and we just want to make sure we have everything configured. So that will be that way, auto. This will be this way, auto, and this one needs to be cleared out. And auto. Make sure auto is on these as well, and make this last change. So that should get us double the gears being made, which will hopefully keep up with the amount of copper rods we're making, especially when I get some integral components going. So let's get some power to these extra machines on the back, and that should be our first loop, I think in the easiest way possible. And with that, that wraps up today's episode. We have now brought ourselves into a better spot to move forward in this mod pack. We have a good source of power. We have our EMC being generated again, and we now have ourselves a really nice base to expand to and start to dive into these mods in depth. If you guys are enjoying, a big thumbs up would be really appreciated. Maybe even a comment just to see what you guys are thinking, if you guys want to see anything different or anything I can improve on. It would really mean a lot from you guys. Yeah, so I hope you guys tune in for the next one. And thanks for stopping by.